Hello and welcome back to another nail video. Today I am doing some long coffin polygel nails and my nail tips have already been prepped. I am starting off by applying a very thin layer of this Madam Glam's base coat to each nail, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure these nails for 30 seconds. I just realized that most of my previous videos have all been polygel sets. So I am going to get back to the acrylic. I actually just purchased some more monomer so I can get back to doing those acrylic sets. So definitely stay tuned for that. And again, since it is Black History Month, I am doing another Black History inspired set today. I'm using Roslyn Clear Polygel alcohol as my slip solution and my gel brush. And I just begin by applying a nice amount of polygel down the center of the nail where the tip and the natural nail meet. And then I am patting this product in place. I want to make sure that I get the product on the side walls and get it all the way down towards the tip of the nail. Now, first, I will pat the product until I have everything in place, or for the most part, where I want the product to be. And then I'm going to go back and smooth this product down. Now, I am using a very light hand because polygel is so easy to move. I don't want to remove too much of the product. So I'm using a very light hand and I am keeping my brush kind of wet, more on the wet side with the alcohol because it works a lot better. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove that excess and cure this nail for 60 seconds. Now I am doing the 2B method for most of these nails just because it works easier for me. So I apply my second bead of polygel directly above the last, and then I'm using my brush to pat that product down as well as push it back towards the cuticle area. And then once I have the product completely covering the nail, and then I'm going to go ahead and smooth that product in just so that it blends nicely. And I'm going to make sure to keep my cuticle area clean because I don't want to cure any of that product to my skin. And once I get this nail to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and cure it for 60 seconds. And this is how the nail turns out. It has a nice structure and a nice apex, and it's not too thick and not too thin. And so I am just going to repeat these same steps for my polygel application for pretty much the rest of the nails. I start in the middle where the tip and the natural nail meet, and I apply my gel down the center, and then I use my gel brush to pat that product in place. I want to make sure that everything is completely covered with product, and then I will go back in and smooth that product down and remove any of the excess. Also, if you're interested in any of the products used in today's video, I will definitely leave a link down below in the description box to all the products that I use today. Now, my pinky finger and my thumb, I believe, are the only two nails that I decided to do the one bead method with. And as you see, the pinky nail is small and tiny, so I don't need that much product. And so I'm able to kind of push the polygel back towards the cuticle area from like the middle portion where I initially laid the product. And once I get this product completely covering the nail, then I will go back and try to get the product as smooth as possible. Now, it does save time when you do it with a one bead. However, you just have to make sure that the nail has a nice apex and a nice structure, because with polygel nails, you know, you want to get the product as flat as possible. So sometimes your nails can come out flat, which is why I normally do the 2-bead method. But for a nail as small as the pinky nail, I decided to do a 1-bead method. And these are how the nails look after the polygel application. And I'm just using some alcohol to help me remove the tacky layer off of these nails before I file in shape. And then I use my 80/80 grit nail file to file and shape these nails. Now I have to be really careful because polygel nails are really easy to file and shape because of the product. So I definitely take my time. So I only show just a little bit of the filing portion, just this nail, because as you see, my hands move so much. I'm constantly turning them this way and that way just to make sure that the nails are smooth and there are no lumps or bumps in the nails. So you definitely have to look at it from all of the angles, which is why I don't like to shape nails. But I have been working on my application process because I feel like if you have a really good application, it definitely cuts down your filing and shaping time. So I just take my time and file these nails to my liking, and then I'll just come back and let you all see how they turned out. And with a little camera magic, these nails have been filed, shaped, and buffed, and they are ready for the gel application. Today I am mixing this black and this Madam Glam top coat because I really wanted to have a translucent black color. So that's what I decided to do. And I'm just going to polish my first finger, my pinky, and my thumb using this color. And even though it's kind of transparent, I am going to go ahead and apply another layer off camera just because I wanted it a little darker than this first layer. Next, I'll be using my red Beetles gel liner brush to create a red stripe down the side of my ring finger. And this finger is going to have the red, yellow, and green to represent Black History Month. And I definitely love these Beetle gel liner brushes. They are so easy to use and they just make creating straight lines a lot easier. I think that once you've worked with gel liner brushes for a while, it just makes the process so much easier. So I'm very happy about that. And for my green color, I am using this Savvy Land green acrylic paint, and I'm just using that with a striper brush to create the green on the opposite side. Now I decided to do the red and the green and then cure these nails before I applied the yellow in the middle because I did not want these colors to bleed into one another. And I went ahead and applied another thin coat of each color off camera before moving on. Now I am back using my Beetles gel liner brush, but this time I'm using the color black, and I'm just using it to create a beautiful black French outline. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted these nails to be transparent, just so when I added the French outline, it kind of gives these nails a little depth and a little dimension. And I'm so glad I did. They turned out so cute. And if you've been watching some of my previous videos, you know I am trying to get better at creating French tips. So I try my hardest to incorporate a French tip nail in every design. So that's what I'm doing here for my first finger as well as my pinky finger. And moving right along, in case you haven't guessed, I kind of like to jump back and forth in between the nails when I'm doing nail art. I don't know why, it just works best for me. So you'll constantly see me work on this nail, then this nail, then that nail. So that's how I like to work. But anywho, I am back using my Beetles black gel liner brush, and I'm just creating some diagonals down the center of the nail. I'm actually using my dotting tool to kind of create an outline for myself, just so that the diamonds are kind of like equally proportioned. And if you'll notice in the video, the last dot, I actually made it a little too far. To me, the diamond would have been a little too big, but I went ahead and improvised into the design. Now this design is kind of given like tribal, kind of like I don't know. I just thought it was a Black History nail art design. I saw a design similar to this on Pinterest. Y'all know I love Pinterest. I'm going to talk about Pinterest in like every video, so I apologize in advance about that. But the design was a little similar. However, theirs was a little more detailed than mine. Their nail was a little longer than mine, so I kind of simplified that design and made it a little bit of my own for my ring finger. And moving on to my middle finger, I am creating a face, an outline of a face. I kind of did a outline of a Black woman's face on my last video. So if you haven't had the opportunity to check that video out, I highly suggest it. I will definitely leave it linked in the description box below. So yeah, I wanted to challenge myself and create another face silhouette on this nail. This year, 2024, I definitely said I would be challenging myself and stepping outside of the box and doing more nail art because that is the only way I will ever get any better. So I decided to kind of create a rough outline for myself. I'm not gonna lie, this took a long time, many tries, but I just had to trust the process, and I am so glad I did. So here I just do a very rough outline, and I kind of fill it in with the black because I do know that I wanted it to all be polished black. But off camera, what you don't see, I do a lot of cleaning up off camera. And there I kind of, take my time, remove any of the excess black gel polish. And that way it's not too boring or too long in the video. I just do that off camera. And I had so much fun. I was so proud of how it turned out. So yeah, that's just a little lesson. Sometimes you have to just trust the process. And this is how it turned out. So it's cute. It has a nice silhouette. I'm proud of it. So I go back in with this red gel liner brush, and I'm just using those same colors, the red, yellow, and green, and I'm just gonna create an outline around the face. And of course, I'm going to do the green first because I don't want that yellow color to bleed into the red or green. So I'm going to do the red and the green, and then I'll cure it, and then I will go back in and do the yellow. One thing about nails, it takes so much time to get a really pretty set. Yes, doing nails can be very time consuming. I want to say this set took at least 4 or 5 hours for me to complete, but I had so much fun and I love how they turned out. So cute. I would definitely do this set again. And these are how the nails turned out. They look so cute. I love them. As always, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next nail video.